We were a bit unlucky, well, definitely unlucky, because some flak hit us and punctured the hydraulic system to our rear gunner and set his turret on fire. Dave had called out night fighter on our tail. I saw these bullets coming straight for me. I took 7 bullets in my body and of course I felt them hit me and they just knocked me over backwards, so I was lying on the floor of the aircraft on my back. I only escaped 3 times. The first escape took place on the night of the 10th, 11th of May 1942, exactly 1 year to within an hour or two of my being shot down. We started the tunnel under hut number 4, just really a hole in the floorboards. We dug the soil out with tins that we had, Klim tins, milk tins, any kind of tin that was a good size, and we used the Red Cross cardboard boxes to put the soil in to take outside. And so we gradually moved along towards the wire, week after week, month after month. But around about the 1st of May, we were told that we would be shifted to a new camp in a week or so. And of course, this was a crisis. There was lots of panic, and we were wondering whether there was any chance of getting that tunnel to outside the wire before we were going to be shifted. But to those who wanted to escape, we said, yes, let's give it a go. We had drawn lots and I was 14th out. When I poked my head up, I got a heck of a shock because I saw that the guardhouse was not much more than about 20 metres away from where we came out. But fortunately for us, the guard was never looking outside the camp. He was always looking inwards. When I put my head out and saw where we were and realised what had to be done, I had to go ahead with it. I was faced with this field of about 100 metres at least, and had to crawl over that until I got to the bushes and the forest on the other side, which would give us our cover, so there was nothing for it but to go ahead. I crawled across there with my with my mouth getting drier and drier and expecting a bullet in the back of the head any time. I've never known a crawl like that to last so long. It obviously, it seemed to me to last for hours, but I've no doubt it was probably about a quarter of an hour. And by the time I got to the other side, I just could not speak. I had no saliva left. I was scared stiff. I'd never been so scared in my life before. Anyhow, I waited for my 2 companions and they made it soon after me, and we were off into the bush and then headed down south. After we'd been on the loose for about 9 days, at that stage we were jumping trains and travelling at night, holding up during the day. Well, the morning we were caught, unfortunately, we didn't come across a slope on the train, and the train just kept going and going until round about daybreak it slowed down enough for us to jump off. But at that stage, we looked around and there were no forests or anything nearby. It was all agricultural land. So we were caught without somewhere to hide. Eventually we found a large dip in the ground and we went to ground there as well as we could. A German ranger showed up with a shotgun under his arm and told us to get out of our hole. Then, after interrogation there, I was sent to the large new camp called the Stalag Luft 3. Oh, the Red Cross was extremely important. In the Red Cross parcels, they weighed about 10 pounds each, and they had lots of good, good food in them. And they, I'm sure, saved a lot of lives in prison camps. I had the opportunity of studying at Oxford University and at London University as an external student of both universities. And the Red Cross helped organise all the study in camp. Of course, the German administration also assisted greatly in study processes because, of course, if prisoners were studying, then they weren't thinking about escape and all that sort of thing. We realised we were in no man's land, but it was a very quiet no man's land. There wasn't any sign of fighting or shooting or anything like that, but then that gradually became louder as we were aware that there were artillery from the Allied troops that we could hear now. We came across a bridge over this stream and we popped down under the bridge because we could hear the sounds of the troops getting closer, and then a column of tanks came around the corner. Once we established that they were British tanks and not German tanks, we came out from under the bridge and held our white flag up. So the tank commander popped his hatch up, established who we were. We told him what we had observed so far in the last day or so of the German troops, and then he threw out a half-empty bottle of schnapps or a half-full bottle of schnapps and a bar of chocolate and a packet of cigarettes. And so we sat down by the side of the road while he waddled off with his mother, like a mother duck with all the ducks behind, and we quaffed those little bits of the good life as far as we knew it.